Catch up with adventure. It's time for Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is a twice-monthly podcast where four friends play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons with random settings and plots. We will use adult language and inconsistent character voices. We do edit lightly for brevity and to make us look super fast at math. And of course, we will screw up the rules. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Casey Sears. This is episode 4. We are deep into some action and adventure. Part of that action and adventure is Matt Popich to my left. Who are you playing?
Friar Ruckus, the angry at night druids. Apparently, human drunken monk.
You do historically hate druids.
It's ingrained in me. They're awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's outside of this game.
Right.
Dear listener, that is just period. If you play a druid in Matt's campaign, he's going to be very upset.
They're overpowered. Like, I won't do anything. Like, I will attempt to be mean to your character, and then you'll just win by summoning 8 chimpanzees and sending them.
It all makes sense now.
It does.
Yep, it does.
Across the table from me is Chuck Ventus. Who are you playing, and what is your most maligned D&D class?
I'm I'm Van Verity, also known as V, the Wood Elf Ranger.
And who do you hate? What class? What class you're
what class do I hate?
Screw those guys.
Can I do monk and cleric?
Monk and cleric?
Past campaigns or
So they done screwed you over once?
No. What do I hate?
You're just like, ugh, I'd never want to be that, or I hate DMing that.
I don't know. I've never DM'd or anything. Monk.
Yeah.
I don't like monks.
Yeah, it's understandable.
That's fair. I don't like my monk. He's okay.
They seem weird. I don't know.
They are weird.
And Robbie Ponder to my right. Who are you playing, and what is your least favorite D&D class?
I am Reid Harpman, and my least favorite to play would probably be a sorcerer, just because there's so much to it. You got to know so many rules and follow so much stuff. It's really hard to follow along with all that. And what I hate to probably DM, which I had the luxury of not having to DM, but I hear it's really horrible to try to DM a druid.
I'm Casey Sears. I'm your Dungeon Master, and I love druids. I really like
one
them.
that broke druids for us.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. I like to ruin games by playing a druid.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of things that are about to get ruined, your guys' rooftop party.
Yeah.
The premise is that it's a Jurassic Park-esque island. All of the monsters have escaped, and it is the druids' fault. The druids who are helping take care of all these monsters decided, actually, no, wait, we want to return the world back to its natural state, so we're just going to let all of these crazy inbred monsters go. You guys are in the very top floor of a giant petrified tree, which is also a museum of forest adventuring, and you guys grabbed some sweet, sweet, sick loot. And while you were on the very top interrogating your druid captive, some trees started falling down in the distance, and a rumble happened. And I believe the last thing that happened was, Chuck, you as V told everyone to go down to the bottom floor.
Yeah.
Do we
get to the base of the tree?
Can I confirm that we got a long rest out of this scenario?
Yes, yeah. She woke up towards the end of that long rest.
Lovely.
So yes.
I am actually going to, before we go down, giving her the opportunity to fly away. She has the ability. I'm going to go ahead and actually cut her loose. Soul.
Okay.
I was going to do that. That's good that you did it, I guess.
Is it more meaningful? Maybe they'll be friends.
I think so. Yeah, I was trying.
I healed her.
My interrogation wasn't threatening. I don't feel like I was trying to get info. So.
And she says, I have nothing against you.
Soul, can you fly?
No.
Well, we better run.
I think you have to be a very high-level druid for that.
V, what if we tie one of these flares to one of your arrows and you shoot it off into the woods to make the creature go in a different direction? You think that would work?
An arrow?
Who's the
I've
fastest?
only
of
got
us? I
10.
think it's me. I'm gonna stay. How far down is it?
So all of the kids are being led by Morticia and being followed by Yort as they go down the stairs listening to you guys.
Okay.
Except for Aston, who is standing at the top with his sword.
Aston. I tell Aston, go down with the kids.
Is he going to be a problem? I think this kid's
Is there
going to
be a problem here, Aston?
I'm old enough. Let me fight.
Aston, our purpose here is to survive. If we can, we need to run. That thing is knocking over trees. Imagine how hard he can knock you down.
Ugh. Go ahead and make make a persuasion check or something on him.
Ooh,
You are a teacher, so you give yourself advantage.
Yay! My vision is going bad. It's so small in here. I think it's +8 to 14.
+8.
Wait, are you
probably
he's
not
Bard,
bad.
he's a charisma guy.
Oh, yeah, that is true. But 8 would have to be the most we can have in a status 4 plus. Oh, yeah, if you're.
expertise.
Yeah, expertise.
Oh, okay, all right.
There you go.
all right.
So what's the total?
Expertise. Sorry.
24.
Yeah, he's like, okay. And kind of slumps shoulders, starts walking down.
On his way down, I pat him on the shoulder and say, "Your time will come."
I'm saying no walking, run. Like, get down. Because it was moving pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you run with the sword
Like, I'm saying it with
pointed
like
down.
a sense of urgency. Like, everyone get down to the base of the tree now.
So is anyone looking over the edge towards it right now?
Yeah, I was gonna say I would. How far down to how many feet to the floor? Like how many turns? I guess would it like to go down the stairs?
Oh, this thing's probably like 12 stories tall.
Oh, never mind.
This is a huge tower.
I was gonna say,
'Cause you're
I'll
thinking about
stay-
how tall is it, how many stories tall is like a very large oak tree.
Yeah, really.
You know,
lot.
it's
I don't want to be at the top when this thing falls.
Yeah,
like, that's
we have to
something.
go down with the kids. I was gonna say I'll stay up top to like scout out and yell down, "Hey, it's this!" But if it's what, they couldn't hear me, so never mind.
actually each story is 12 feet or something. Is that right? Or is it more than that? I'm trying to think of the giant tree in my backyard.
Right.
And that's probably like 4 or 5 stories. So maybe this is like 6 or 7 stories, 6 or 7 floors.
So it would take like 3 or 4 combat rounds for me to get down there if shit goes down.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are at the top of the
I guess
canopy.
we should be
so
with the kids.
you guys say yes, be with the kids?
Yes, with the kids.
Yeah, we'll go down with the kids.
Louise and Soul. Yeah, so you guys push Aston down and start following him. Louise and Soul stay up there. And Soul's just looking over the edge at that thing that's running towards them.
Is it visible yet? Not for us.
Well, not if you head down.
Yeah, we gotta head down.
Wait a second. Can I do an insight check on them while I'm running away?
Oh, sure.
Can I do an insight check on Soul? Like, why isn't she frightened? Is this the thing that's supposed to come and pick them up? You know, like...
Sure. Make an insight roll.
I rolled a 5 plus 3, 8.
I know, she just seems crazy to you. You know, you have no clue.
Yeah. I still think running's the way to go. It's knocking over trees. I don't know.
All right. So, as you guys are running down, everyone give me a perception check.
Critical miss.
5.
17 plus 5, 22.
Nice. So, Chuck, as you're running down, you look out the window, and you got a what? What was your roll again?
22.
22. You see 2 black, shadowy creatures running out of the wood line into this center area, and they are being chased by... You're not quite sure what it is. At first you think it's what the hell kind of dragon is that? But we would all know it as a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Hey.
Oh. Crap.
That's not great.
What is that weird dragon without wings?
And those 2 shadowy creatures run straight for... I'm assuming you stop and look out the window as this is happening.
Yeah.
Did you notice it?
Yeah.
Those 2 shadowy things run straight for the building you're in, but you're not quite sure what happened to them. And the T-Rex, as you guys are running down the stairs, takes a big tail swipe at the building as it's trying to hit those things that it's chasing. And you guys feel the whole building shake.
Whoa. Oh, boy.
All right, we got to go out the other side, I guess.
Is there an exit area?
There's no way we can outrun that.
The front door is barricaded, right? Is there another exit?
No, there are no fire code here because it's fantasy world, so there's just one in and out. No one's really thought about that. But maybe in the future you can become a fire marshal and fix this problem in fantasy worlds. And it just you guys all hear this crazy loud grating growl just makes your bones shake. It's so loud.
Tell the kids to take cover in the are we down at the the main
at this point
area?
you guys are getting down to the very
I'll tell the
bottom
kids
floor.
to take cover and hide because we're stuck inside right now. So
I want to look. Well, I didn't see them.
Yeah, do you want to? I'm assuming you tell everyone what you saw.
Oh yeah, no, I would say there's a large. You said I didn't recognize it.
Well, you don't know what a T-Rex is.
Okay, I'll just say that it looks like it's a dragon. I'll kind of describe
like
it as best I can.
It's like a chicken. I mentioned to you, it looked like a chicken dragon with big hind legs and tiny little arms.
There's a misshaped dragon outside, and it doesn't look happy.
You don't say anything about the two things he was chasing?
Yeah, you're failing.
Yeah.
It was tracing two shadowy creatures. He said I didn't see where they went, right?
Well, they ran at the thing. And
they ran at the thing?
They ran at the museum that you're in.
Oh, okay. It was chasing something. Would we be able to get the doors opened up if something was like running from that?
It'll take you a couple minutes to open the doors to move everything.
Would I know that based off of how far away those are, we would have enough time to do that?
What are these windows like?
I mean, the windows, they're more like portholes. They're probably maybe like 2.5 feet wide. You can climb through them if you were to bust out the glass.
V, do you think these shadowy creatures could come through the windows?
Are they large enough? Like the shadows, were they big enough compared to the windows?
They were the size of a lion or tiger.
Yeah, probably. They could squeeze through.
Children, stay away from the windows.
Oh, I think we got to go out the windows. I mean, we're not fighting a T-Rex. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's chasing those things. I'm just afraid to go outside.
I have no idea what CR level they are or anything, but I can't believe that our characters would want to fight a T-Rex.
No, I don't want to fight a
I don't
T-Rex.
wanna
I'm
fight a
just
T-Rex.
trying to stay barricaded in the building.
Yeah,
I never said
stay in this
anything about
building.
fighting it.
There are no windows on the first floor.
None on the first
Do you know how long it's going to take to get all these kids and ourselves out of one window?
Do you know how many kids Casey is going to kill?
0.
You guys, I still haven't killed any kids yet. And I'm really excited.
It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening.
No.
All right. I think our best bet is to try and distract have some of the automatic horses run away or something, try and distract it and send it away. That's what I'm thinking here. I'm worried about the shadow things.
All right.
I want to do a perception check to see if, look around the room.
Does Ruckus tell us that?
In the room you're in, on the bottom
Yes.
floor?
Yeah, I heard
Yes.
playing. Okay, cool.
Okay.
11.
You do not notice anything in the room you're in.
Guys, we're completely safe right here. Just kidding.
So Ruckus, we can probably, I like your plan of making one of the horses take off and get the T-Rex, get this dragon, weird shaped dragon out of here. I can go up there and cast my mage hand and possibly command one of the horses to run in a direction.
Yeah, I was about to ask Morticia, if there's a way to activate them, but Mage Hand might work.
Oh yeah, they respond almost identical to normal horses, except they're super duper obedient and they don't have any mannerisms, I guess, or any personality.
Okay.
But if you slap their butt, they will do what a horse will do.
Yeah. All right. I like it. So I think that's our best play. I'm going to tell that to everybody. Basically, I want to get the kids ready to go, and I want to start unbarricading the front door because I'm smart. And then
Are you? We don't know what's out there. Those things could be like small raptors, you idiot.
and then
You're killing us.
Don't do it.
Don't unbarricade that thing.
Well, I'm asking, what's the plan? That's my plan.
The plan is to get things to go the other way and stay.
Are there any flares down here? I'm about to pull a Jeff Goldblum. Just get the kids. Get the kids.
You'd have to go back up to get to the box of magical flares.
No.
Chuck, actually roll an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, shit. Man. 6 + 1, 7.
So, yeah, you got no clues. You got no hints from me. You didn't. There's a clue that you kind of could have put together, but you didn't.
I mean, the shadows. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, what's their faces haven't run down? Are those the things that are supposed to pick them up? There's only 2 of them. All right, I start moving stuff from the front.
If you guys have a better plan, say it. That's my plan. That's what I got.
I just want to stay at the top of the tree.
We're sitting ducks in here. I'm going to start removing stuff from the front door.
It's still out there, V. Let me try to distract it. Reid to go to the second floor. Look out a window. Mage hand is 30 feet. Is there a horse within 30 feet?
Let's see. I'm trying to think. There would be a sidewalk around, or like a little place around that petrified tree. There'd be a road, and maybe it's a little off-centered.
That does not sound like it is.
No. You probably would have to run out halfway into the middle of the street to trigger those horses.
Okay.
So you probably need to make a 20-foot run.
Let me go, Robbie. This is a forest area. I can move stealthfully at normal speed.
Horses? Do you have mage hand?
Actually, why don't I use my
hand? I'll walk.
Why don't I use my ring of telekinesis? That's 60 feet. I can find something like a piece of log, pick up the log, and hit the horse on the butt with the log.
There you go.
Or like a small whipping stick or something.
Go for it. I'm gonna keep removing shit from the front of the front door.
Yeah, so that we're ready to go.
Yeah.
So I can try to move an object. If the object isn't worn or being carried, you automatically move it up to 30 feet in any direction.
How many horse trams are there?
There are
3.
The 3 that you came in, and there are 3 more.
All right, good. Because we added to our caravan. We have Morticia
3 more.
and what's his face?
Yort
and Morticia are
and then I guess we have Soul, and I don't know if they plan on coming or not, but
Okay.
Does the ring of telekinesis have charges, Matt? Do you know offhand, or do I need to look it up?
I'll check it out.
I'm gonna make a mystery roll.
Mystery roll.
And another mystery roll.
I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to try to get one of the horses to run.
All right, I made mystery rolls. Aren't you guys curious?
I bet they're gone on the roof.
Didn't that build some tension?
Mm-hmm.
I bet they're gone. I bet that was our ride.
I bet it was the shadows of the ships.
I was running. It was whatever.
So is that our plan? Are we executing?
I did it. I already said I did it.
All right. So, is that one of the rolls we're hoping that the creature
T-Rex will chase the horse.
All right. Well, are we opening up the thing?
Yeah. You guys tell me what you're doing.
I'm opening the front door.
Wait, does it sound like the T-Rex took the bait?
It is. You guys hear the giant footsteps as it's kind of walking around.
Oh yeah.
It's making circles around the tower, the tree tower, and growling, and it's very angry at the tower. So you're going to have to kind of wait for it to... You can kind of almost feel where it's walking. But probably V would probably be the one who would be like, all right, it's on the other side, go. Because of your elven ears and your ranger senses.
It's 1 charge, Robbie.
1 charge a day?
Yeah.
Nice. I bet. I mean, Robbie's saying that. I bet the Zeppelin's on top of the tree right now. But we're down here.
Really? But there were 2 of them.
2 shadow things, yeah. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything. That it wasn't the Zeppelin.
All right. Do we want to go back up? I guess. Is that what you're saying?
No, the T-Rex is distracted by something. So these shadowy things are probably in here. Why did the T-Rex come here and now he's interested in our tree? So the T-Rex is on the other side.
How long will it take to get back up to the roof?
Just, 3 minutes? Or maybe not even that long.
Go up to the
2
roof.
minutes?
Yell down to us.
If you're running?
No, I'm saying Robbie thinks that it's up there, but Reid doesn't. Reid's not going to go up there.
Yeah, you're the only one that saw it, Chuck, and then you failed an intelligence check,
Yeah.
so...
Don't blame me.
You guys can go on the second floor and look out the windows if you want to take a look at this thing.
Take a look at this thing like the T-Rex.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully it just ran away because Robbie did the horse thing, right?
It's doing circles around the thing and...
Circles?
Yeah, it's slowly, just walking around the museum. All this is happening in a minute. It's not like it's bored there for 20 minutes or anything. All this is happening pretty quickly. Right. And you keep hearing this this giant beast just scream.
I'm going to go up to the second floor. Try and look out, see if I can see anything else.
Yeah, you just see that red, scaly monster looking up at like towards the top of the tower and yelling at it. And
I'm going to go up to the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see its teeth as it yells, and each one is, I don't know what, like 18 inches long. How big is the T-Rex tooth? Like it is like a huge mouth of daggers and saws.
I'm going to go up to the roof and see what's going on.
It looks like a very, very silly dragon to you.
Chicken dragon. It's a weird dragon.
Weird chicken dragon. So you want to go up to the top?
I'm going to go up to the top.
As you're going up, Louise is walking down by herself, teary-eyed and looking forlorn. She's actually, you only go up like one flight of stairs and then you bump into her.
Where's Soul?
She's gone.
What happened to her?
She just, she starts laughing to herself. She's just turned into a flying squirrel and leapt off. I let her go. I had to let her go. I have to be with you guys. I need to protect the children. You guys are my responsibility, and I got to protect you. But so like as she was coming down, she was like running down the stairs towards you.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go. There are splicer beasts. They just climbed up the museum, and now they're on the top, and they're coming down for us.
Go. The door, like, I'm yelling down, like, open the door, like...
Does V know what a displacer beast is?
Actually, you make a, I don't know, whatever.
It doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good at all. So.
You are old enough to have been around when they were a thing.
I do a history check.
Yeah, do a history check. But also you teach about monsters, so I imagine it'd be surprising if you didn't know what they were.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2 plus 1, 3.
Give yourself advantage on that because you're a teacher of monsters.
I rolled another 2.
You're so bad.
You are only interested in teaching about dragons.
Dragons?
You do not care about other...
The name of the course, I remember you saying History of Magical Beasts, but like people come expecting to hear about all these cool magical beasts, and you're like, it's dragons.
But about this dragon.
Yeah, you apparently don't care about anything else.
Right.
It sounds terrible. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right. So I guess we're going out the front.
Yeah,
like
and
idiots.
Louise is now with everybody, and Soul took off as a squirrel that can glide.
Didn't she say she couldn't change it into anything? Or she couldn't fly?
She couldn't fly. Yeah,
couldn't fly.
Not. Yeah, but she can get out of there.
I was like, she lied.
I think our best bet, we wait till it starts, so it's circling the building. We wait till, I don't know why it would be circling the building when we sent a horse one way. I don't know. Maybe
did you guys already send the horse off?
I thought so.
I didn't even know you guys had the door open.
Well, I was looking out the window, and I used my ring and telekinesis, which was 60 feet instead of the 30 feet from main chain.
Okay. So yeah, at this point, it probably... let me make an intelligence check for that. That dummy. He is going to chase off towards that horse, that carriage.
Beautiful. All right.
I don't know if I can direct the horse or not, but I would like it to go in the opposite direction.
So it's just running forward into the circle and following the road.
Okay.
That's fine.
Isn't that north?
And then we want to go north, don't we?
Yes, isn't that the direction they're heading in?
So so I'm going to paint a word picture here. The tree in the middle, you guys were heading north towards it, and you guys faced the door on there. So you're facing the south side of the building.
Right. So that's good.
And the carriages were to your, or if the building is in the center, the carriages are to the southeast, and it's going up around towards the north as the T-Rex is starting to, you guys kind of hear it at the north of the building as it's attacking that carriage. And that road, though, the road away from this is going to, actually, let me look at the map real quick.
I mean, whatever way the T-Rex goes, we're just going the other one. That's kind of that.
You guys are pretty early. Yeah, so the T-Rex would be at the north, and the road shooting off would be heading northeast. So right now, the door is facing south, the T-Rex is to the north, and the road shooting off is to the northeast. You guys definitely hear it screaming and growling and sinking its teeth into the thing.
Whatever if the T-Rex goes north, we go northeast. Wouldn't you say? Right?
Yeah, but you have to get pretty close to it.
I was gonna say.
What are we just going to go
are you guys?
south?
So I assume you guys have the door open and you're all just making a rush for the carriages.
For the carriages, yeah.
I would.
So
you
you guys, okay, here's what you can do. Because there are buildings around this circle, you can take the carriages behind the buildings to that northeast road and kind of avoid it a bit.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So you guys all make a mad dash for... I'm making a secret DM roll again. Oh, hold on, let me...
2.
And...
Two
wait,
kids.
Did you see my 2?
Oh, did you roll two?
I heard 2 die.
Two
No,
dice.
the first one I botched because I accidentally grabbed it because it was in the corner of the box. So all of you guys are running towards the carriages. As you're loading up, make a perception check, everybody.
Oh, crit. Natural 20.
All right.
14.
13.
So V, you are running and you're running with the kids, and you totally hear a kid fall. And Devereaux Astoria IV, the insufferable young man with neat black hair and very nice clothes, and his father is a very generous patron to the temple that you're at, just like bit it like right outside the door, and everyone just kept running, and he's on the other side of the street, and he's just face down in the road.
I make a dash for to go back and get him.
Okay, so as everyone else is climbing into the carriages, and those are starting to take off, you grab him, and he seems a little dazed. Maybe he bumped his head or something, and you pick him up from the dirt, and you turn around and you look at the carriages. I don't know, what kind of check do you want to, how do you want to get back to them as quickly as possible? Is there any sort of skill or feat or skill check, or you just want to run like the dickens to that back carriage? Or do you want to grab a fourth carriage? Because there's still 2 extra. I imagine they're going to split up into 3 carriages again.
I'm going to try and grab another carriage, I guess.
Okay.
I'm going to tell them to go on. We'll get a carriage. We'll grab is there a 4th carriage?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll grab a 4th carriage. I'll take him with me.
You shout, go on, go on, go on.
And I'll instruct, is it Aston?
Yeah.
He's
Aston's,
like the biggest. I'll tell him to take the reins of the one, since he's like the...
Of the 4th one?
Of the 3rd one, I get.
Okay, yeah, of whichever one he's in.
There would be an adult in there, like Yort or Morticia would be in there.
Yeah, Yort and Morticia would be,
okay.
so there's
That's
plenty
right.
of adults.
I forgot about
adults.
that. Yeah, I'll get a 4th one.
Okay. So, yeah, you grab him and throw him in another and start chasing the others. Everyone moves around the circle behind one of the stores, knocking over cafe tables, and, there's like a restaurant and a store, and moving in between them, knocking over tables, just running as fast as you can with these dumb construct horses. And the T-Rex, which has been you see it now, like everyone especially the people that are in the front, as they're going behind that first building, you see on the north side of that circle, that T-Rex, he is just absolutely destroying those horses and flipping over that carriage. And then he stops and he sees all of you and starts booking towards the pack. That 4th carriage, as you guys hit that northwest road, he is, let's check he is as fast as a horse, that T-Rex. Let me tell you that right now.
The constructs are slower than a horse, right? Didn't you say that, or?
They're not as fast as a war horse, but they're as fast as, like, I think a regular horse, which
he can keep up with us, basically.
So that T-Rex starts dashing towards your location. You have 2 turns as you guys are, all the horses are booking it up this northwest street before that T-Rex catches up to you. Do you have any wise ideas? What can you do? And anyone else, if you're in a cart in front of them, if you have anything else, right now you guys are about, I'd say about 100 feet away. The back cart is about 80 feet away, and then the others are 100, 120. So if you guys have anything you can do, in 2 rounds to slow this thing down or trip it up. Otherwise, it's going to take a swipe at that back carriage.
I will...
And by swipe, I mean, I'm totally going to eat a kid.
I'm in that carriage. I am going to... I would assume I'd have the reins.
Sure. Yeah, it's just you and...
I am going to say, Devereaux, listen to me. I need you to...
He's out in the back. You just threw him in the back seat.
Oh, no.
He's kind of... He's like, what's going on?
Okay. I think I have a plan.
I got a plan too, but he has to be closer.
I'm going to cast... Is this construct considered an animal? I don't know.
No, it's considered a construct.
I would assume, like... let me ask you this. Is it like... If I just let go of the reins, is this thing just going to run off wherever it wants? Or is it kind of like...
Casey said it was really disciplined.
It's disciplined to like stay on the track or whatever.
It'll follow roads and it will follow carriages and horses in front of it.
I will... And then to like get it to go at its top speed, do you have to like whip the reins or anything? Or
yeah, you already are.
Okay, I will let go of the reins and jump to the back of the cart and pull out Oathbow and shoot at the T-Rex.
Sure.
So
do you say the oathy thing?
Yeah, swift death to you who have wronged me, and I'm going to shoot at it.
He has wronged you. He wants to eat you.
He's wronged me. I'm really nervous.
I don't know if an arrow is going to slow down a T-Rex.
I'm going to aim for its eyes.
Okay.
Oh no! I rolled a 1. I rolled
Oh, how do I punish you?
Make him shoot Devereaux.
No,
he's right below me.
You're firing over. You're like standing over him.
That's awesome. You guys, like, we finally get away, and then it's like, what? Why, guys? A T-Rex ate Devereaux, and we're like, but he's right there with an arrow in him. What? The T-Rex shot him.
You whip the horses, you grab your bow, you say, swift death to my enemies. And you jump into the back, and you go to fire that arrow, and this is all one really quick thing, and it hits a bump in the road. And you fall forward, and now you are hanging on to the back of that thing, being drugged for your life. You're not...
Nice.
You're not, you just say you go to fire, and the arrow just flies way, way, way off and up, and you just totally are just now holding on to the back of it. Your feet aren't dragging the ground or anything, but you're in the very back, dangling off, just waiting for this T-Rex to eat you.
Oh, man.
Does anyone else have a way to help our poor friend V, the Monster Slayer, with this funny-looking dragon?
I'm having some real stinker rolls here.
I feel like this is classic Bard territory. I have something that might help, but the ability to maybe make them run away, that's very Bardy, but...
Yeah, like some sort of inspiration even would be helpful.
I'm not getting there, you guys. Come on now. Matt,
I'm about to die, Robbie, and a kid. Devereaux, all right? Poor Devereaux.
Nobody is going to know where to get their clothes.
Yeah, nobody's going to know where to get their clothes, all right?
More local humor.
What is the range on Paralyze?
You tell me. It's your spell.
I know. I looked in the back of the book. It's not in there. And it's not in roll 20.
Yeah, I don't know if that's an actual spell.
You 60 feet.
Is that an actual spell?
I don't know if it's an actual spell, but there is a wand to paralyze, and then I tried to look it up in the spell book to see if it was, and I didn't see it in there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Kind of know all the spells.
I want to ready my action. Like if he comes within
60 feet.
We need to save this kid. His dad donates a lot to the church. And I mean a lot.
So,
yeah, when he comes in 60 feet, I'm going to cast Designated Lieutenant Whispers on him. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to V.
So you're going to give Bardic... Can you do both of those things in one turn?
Bardic Inspiration is bonus action.
Okay. So you... Which card are you in?
I don't know. Whatever I said.
You're not... So there are 4?
Right.
So if you are...
Chuck's last.
Yes.
Which one is Louise in? When I'm being with her and kids.
Louise was kind of running behind everyone, so she would probably be in 3, since she was, last one of the last people running out.
Right. I'd be in the same card as my second cousin.
Okay, so yes, you can cast dissonant whispers when it is before it starts to try to bite anyone.
Right, good. I'll do that. Chuck, you have bardic inspiration.
I feel inspired to pull my ass up.
Okay, so we have Louise. Actually, let's try to. And I've imagined, Matt, you might be in 2.
Yeah.
So we have. Let's just. So the first cart, I would imagine the
Morticia.
Yeah. She knows where she's going. You know what? I think her and Yort would have split up. Maybe Yort is in the second one.
Okay, with me.
Yeah. So we have Yort and Reid in the first one. I think Aston would also be in the third one because he seems kind of brave and scrappy.
Dude, I saved a kid. Okay,
You haven't yet. You have not yet.
not yet, but he would have
Literally,
died.
all you did was try to shoot an arrow and then crit missed and fell off the back. So how you can claim to have saved a
If
kid?
we could have left a kid behind, poor Devereaux. And I didn't even think about it. I went back and got him.
The rest of us could be safe right now. The T-Rex could be feasting on Devereaux, and we could be safe.
No, don't say it. The perfect streak is still intact.
All right. I'm kidding. I would have done the same thing. I was kidding.
Okay, so we have here. Let me just lay down the carts and everyone that's in them. Hopefully, I got everyone. I think I did. We have Morticia, Quan, and Cohen in the first one on the lead. In the second cart or carriage, we have Yort, Reid, Broly, and Plim. And in the third one, we have Louise, Reid, Aston, and Cindy. And in the fourth one, we have V hanging off of the back, being drug, and Devereaux, who is just kind of like spacey and not really into it in the back. Because he done bumped his head.
It's our weakest link, for sure. It's card number 4.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Actually, absolutely.
All right, Dissonant Whispers, boy. Let's see what you got. Oh, wait. Casey rolls for that.
Are you not doing anything?
Are you doing
Matt?
anything on your turn?
Well, turns go. We have to see what Dissonant Whispers does, right?
It's on range.
I gotta hold that.
He's holding it.
Well, I'm ahead of him.
Yeah. So if you have something you could do that's a longer range, but
No,
if you
I
don't,
No,
okay.
I don't. 60 feet, right? And I'm further ahead.
Oh,
than you.
yeah. You're like 100
he's 90.
feet now.
He's 90
Yeah.
feet away, and
I don't have anything that's that.
I'm gonna wait
far.
till he gets to 60.
I mean, I'm a monk.
Okay. So yeah, the next turn, it closes the gap as it is dashing forward. And Chuck, what does V do?
So you said I have one more action
This is
left?
your last action before he gets into striking range. If you don't do anything to slow him down, you are in trouble.
What the hell am I going to do to slow him down?
You should probably get back up on the thing. I don't know. Don't you have?
Am I in a position where I could grab Devereaux?
Let's call you
Grab
prone.
him.
I mean, let's call you. I mean, you're right. You're gonna have to use all of your movement to kind of climb in back into the back seat.
So I'm not in a position to grab him from where I'm
You're
at.
dangling off the back of a cart. Why would you want to grab him?
Yeah, of the carriage.
Do you hate him?
No, I was going to delay my action. This is how desperate I am right now. I was going to delay my action and wait until the absolute last moment possible when the T-Rex lunges at us and sling ourselves off of the cart into the brush. And hopefully the T-Rex just goes
Doesn't notice
crazy
you.
and it doesn't notice
Actually,
us.
you know what? Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me? I want to know where your bow went when you fell.
Casey, you already punished me enough.
You did crit miss.
Dexterity saving throw?
Yeah, I want to know if you were able to save it or if you're still holding on to it.
If I delayed my reaction, does when is he in range yet?
It'll
of the
be
60?
before. It'll be before he attacks.
Okay.
It'll be like right before he attacks.
I roll a 6 + 6, 12.
So the bow is
You're going to make me
12.
choose between my bow and a kid, aren't you? You son of a bitch.
You're not quite sure where. You don't know where your bow is right now.
Oh, it's in the cart.
You don't know that. T-Rex might have stomped it. What are you going to do? Are you going to do what you said?
I mean, I almost feel like I have to at this point. Like,
Do you got anything in that you can create light or something?
Robbie, I'm a ranger.
Where you don't have flares or a trap. We never picked up traps when
No.
we were able to.
All right. So your idea is to just climb in and grab them and roll out if you have to?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
you climb in as your movement. Yeah. And then your action will be to grab him and roll off, but you're delaying that until he attacks.
To the absolute last moment if the T-Rex tries to come down on us.
Sure.
All right.
All right, next up is either of you guys have anything you can do?
So we're in like a foresty area, right?
Yes. You're on a road, you're on a dirt road going through the forest.
How far is it between each side of trees?
Oh, I would say it's like a 2-lane road, so each carriage is probably like 5 or 6 feet wide. So the road is probably about 10 to 12 feet wide, and then the trees are just a few feet after that.
All right.
So yeah, the trees are just a few
Tell me
feet
you
away.
have an idea.
Please. I have an idea.
Nice.
It's not great. Not really.
Hey, it's got to be better than me rolling off of a freaking cart.
Yeah, and hoping a T-Rex doesn't notice it.
So because of my cloak, I can cast web one time. So you conjure a mass of thick, sticky webbing at a point of your choice. Because it's a web, the cloak casting it, it's twice as strong as a normal. So the web fills a 20-foot cube. It actually fills 40. So huge. Yeah. So that's why I asked. So I'm going to put it from behind cart number 4.
Spider-Man web, yeah.
40
feet totally works.
Oh yeah. So in it, so if the webs aren't anchored, we can skip that because they are anchored. I'm hitting on both sides of a tree. Each creature that starts its turn in the web or enters it, so that'll be him, during its turn must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the creature is restrained as long as it remains in the webs or until it breaks free. Restrained, I believe, means it can't walk.
Yeah.
A creature restrained by the webs can use its action to make a strength check. It'll probably succeed, but that'll slow it down for at least a turn.
Does it say anything about huge creatures?
It does not.
Okay. All right.
Nope.
Yeah, that's it's a 40-foot web, and that seems enough to capture this thing.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything about huge creatures.
Okay, so he has to make a dexterity saving throw?
When it enters it, yes.
Okay.
So I assume since it's chasing us on its turn.
You'll just shoot it, it'll hit, and... Yeah, we'll just go and resolve that now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it gets stuck in that web.
Yeah.
All right. Well done.
Yeah. See, there we go.
Where'd that web come from? There must be spiders around here.
Yeah, you turn around and you're like, what? How'd that happen? And then there's old fat Friar Ruck, with his hand out, looking at his hand, like, what the...
All right. I don't know. So, Robbie, he didn't get in close enough range for Reid to do anything. But if you guys have any ideas right now, it seems like you have basically a free turn as I roll for, what is the DC to break through that web?
So it's a strength check. All he has to beat is a creature restrained can use its actions to make a strength check against my spell save DC. Let me tell you something about monks.
They do not have a good spell save.
Not a good.
Okay. I just rolled an 11 plus 7.
Yeah, he'll break out after a turn.
Yeah. Okay. So, you guys actually with the dashing and the momentum and stuff, you guys definitely bought yourself some space between it, and as it's ripping and tearing through that web, it just screams at you and decides you're not worth it, and just kind of stomps around and is still kind of using its weird tiny little hands to get some of that web off and just keeps screaming. It's so annoyed and angry, and it's just stomping, and it stopped chasing you.
Clever girl.
Yeah.
We should have just not moved. It couldn't have seen us if we just held
Is that
still.
how it works in D&D? Is it
You definitely wouldn't know that.
That's why I never said it.
Thing?
Plus,
No,
I don't know how scientists
no.
can prove that. None of that stuff survived. Only bows.
All right,
did.
first thing I do is see if my bow is in the cart.
You do not see your bow.
Oh no.
We'll go back for it.
Yep. Yeah. I lost my
Go ahead.
bow.
You can go back.
I'm utterly useless right now.
All right, so we're gonna keep traveling on this road. Hopefully this is the right road to the Zeppelins.
So this is the Northwest Road winds and winds through this forest for a while, and busting out your guys' pamphlet and map, you guys see it eventually gets out of this forest and heads towards Dragon's Domain is the next stop.
Dragons. And I don't have a bow.
Your 4 carriages continue down the road through the winding forest, or the winding road through the forest, rather. You get to another point. Clearly, the main road is going to go over a bridge over a river into kind of the last bit of forest to the north. But there is an old, unused road where a lot of the grass has grown up that points out to the right.
So I would ask, what's her name?
Louise?
Yeah, I refer to Louise a lot.
Sure.
You do.
Well, let's get real.
questions.
She's the one with she's a subject matter expert. So I would ask Louise, what's the situation, Louise?
That's over following that road, I think leads to a lake, and there's part of the island that's no longer used.
What do you mean no longer used?
Well, I mean, people have been here for 300 years. We've moved around, and there have been different places where people have lived and worked, and it's changed a lot.
What did it used to be?
I'm not sure. I mean, it was a lake. I imagine they would fish there, and maybe people live there.
Would it be the Seaside Valley?
No. That's to the south.
We've already passed that area. That's
Yes.
where I have my guys.
Yeah, you had your
loot
side
list.
quest. Yeah, you guys have passed beyond that side quest. Actually, you know what? This would be a 4-way street. To your left would take you to the coast. To the north would take you to the Dragon's Domain, and to the right would follow the river to this lake.
We could go to the coast and follow the coast all the way north. I hear the big creatures don't go toward the coast.
Looking at your map, though, the coast, the road that hits the coast just goes straight south.
Cancel that.
Were there any creatures here in this lake area that would be of danger to us?
Well, I mean, there were no exhibits here.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So we can go to the lake and build a cabin and just live there the rest of our lives.
Yes.
It might be a
gonna
good
be a
area
very
to
long
go
campaign.
to like regroup and
Campaign becomes like Minecraft, like we did.
Yeah, you guys just build. You guys collect materials and build forts.
start digging underground. It might be an area for us to go to like regroup, kind of figure out like what our next plan is, because otherwise we're just running around.
But our plan is just to keep going to
We're running by the
northern
seat
tip.
of our pants, and someone's gonna die.
Yeah, but getting off the island as soon as possible is the key. This I don't see this doing anything other than slowing that down.
Me too.
Wrap
But
it
the
in
thing
the
is,
hair.
too, is we're exposing ourselves on top of this bridge. Everyone that has eyes on is the waterway is going to create an opening for us to be seen as we cross across this bridge.
Where did the bridge come in?
So you guys are at the woods are ending, and well, they're ending on this side of the river. There's a river in front of you. To the right leads to a lake. To the left leads to follows the river down to the coast. The road to the right is grassy and abandoned. The road to the left is kind of barely traveled, and it has a sign saying private. Both of the signs on the, there's like little signs that say private leading both ways. And then the road that keeps going through the forest on the other side of the river is kind of the main road that will lead you to a fork in the road that will take you to Dragon's Domain. And also, actually, if you want to go north, you could also keep going east and go to the icy mountainous area. But you probably don't want to do that.
Tell me what I want.
I'm all up.
But
for
it's
seeing
D&D. You
some
guys can do whatever you want.
dragons. Well, it's either dragons or lake. Like, what do you want?
Yeah,
we have to go through the dragons to get off the island.
We do, but like, are you ready? I'm not ready.
It's either a lake and dragons or just dragons. Like the lake is of no benefit. It simply slows us down. I don't understand.
It seems like a place you guys could stop and explore.
That's what I'm thinking. Like regroup, rest.
Like it's an abandoned part. It's like a old abandoned part of town or part of the island.
I only have 2 spell slots left.
Of your 3?
Yeah.
So all we would be resting for is 1 spell slot.
Also, you guys can take a short rest in the amount of time that you guys have been traveling.
It might be an area where there might be a bow as well. I don't know if you guys have noticed my character yet. Have you seen me? I don't have a bow anymore.
Bowless.
I'm bowless.
You don't know how to use it anyways. It's fine.
Yeah.
You're impotent.
It's been how many years since you've used a bow, V?
Many years. But I suspect it's like riding a bike.
I imagine you would have still used your bow.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, true.
Even if you were just, hunting rabbit or something back on the Sword Coast.
Well, I will go where the majority wants to go, but my vote will be to head to the lake to recover, find some more supplies, and then move on to Dragon's Domain. Because Dragon's Domain is going to be very dangerous.
Yeah, I agree.
So wouldn't you want to be as prepared as possible for it?
Well, my vote is to go quickly. I just don't see a benefit to the lake. Like if Luis was like, "Oh yeah, that's where we hid all our awesome treasure," then obviously. But
what time of the day is it? Is it almost like sunset?
That's another reason I would be. Yeah.
So yes, it is kind of later in the day. You guys probably got to the tree noonish. The forest. By tree I mean the Forest Museum. You were there for 4 or 5 hours, and then you guys have been riding for maybe about an hour.
All right, yeah, I'm fine with going there if we need to rest and sleep and stuff.
Are dragons nocturnal? Are they awake in the night, or do they fly around in the day? Does it matter on the type of dragon?
Intelligence check. Advantage.
Sure.
What would that be? History? 13.
How are you?
You would just probably you would probably just know that different dragons are different. There are all kinds of colors, and some are out late, some are out early, some are, there are shadow dragons, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
It depends.
What would be more dangerous, traveling during the day or at night?
Traveling at night would be more dangerous.
Okay.
It is 5 or 6 o'clock.
All
you
right.
guys, Luis does point out that you wouldn't make it to the residence until closer to midnight at this point.
Okay, so yeah, I'm in for going to the lake and hopefully finding a safe camping spot. Which, now that I think of it, we don't have any camping gear, so that's unfortunate. But
you said it was residence too?
Yeah, she thinks that there was.
Okay,
there's definitely some buildings and stuff there.
We'd have buildings. Old buildings, if people used to live in this area. So we direct our wagons to the right to the lake. Correct, boys?
Yup.
All right, so you guys, the plan is to take respite at the lake.
Wagons east.
And you guys follow the river. You leave the forest and travel down some grassy plains and some flatlands, and there are mountains kind of straight ahead in your distance and to your right as you are approaching this lake in a valley, and you are walking alongside this. I mean, it's kind of later in the day, and the sun is getting lower. The sun sets west, so the sun would be behind you, and you see it just beautiful shining on the mountains in front of you. It's finally a quiet, scenic, beautiful view. And you have a moment of peace. Actually, you have quite a few moments of peace walking by the lake, and you get to...
You want to know what would be really fucked up is if that T-Rex was a druid that was trying to kill us.
That would be funny.
Okay, I'm giving Casey ideas.
I know.
It was Soul.
All the animals and creatures on this island are druids. This is how they remade everything.
It's all been a lie.
Conspiracy theory.
She was just setting her people free. And we had a drunk man beating the hell out of her for it.
You're welcome. It was the right thing to do if that's the scenario, so.
You guys get to, on the side of this lake, what looks like it used to be a small town, but it has long kind of rotten and been abandoned for, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And there are a bunch of, like, maybe like an old temple and some old shops and some old homes. Maybe a few hundred people lived here at one point. And then there is one building that kind of looks like an old warehouse that's right on the edge of the lake that is intact. That still looks like it's being kept up. Where would you guys like to explore and go? You just want to crash in one of the old buildings? It's a little dilapidated, but they're fine. There's enough roof there.
It's super weird the one's kept up.
Yeah, maybe a druid lives there.
Yeah, let's check that one out. I would actually want to go up to that one and knock.
Doesn't Ruckus want to ask Louise what it is?
She doesn't know. We already talked to her. She doesn't know anything about this area.
Okay.
Yeah, she says that she's never been to this part of the island before.
Yeah. Can I do a perception check on the building, see if there's any like candlelit rooms or figures moving in the
one you're looking at?
The nice one.
The one that looks kept up, it's right on the lake. There's a dock, a couple docks leading to it, and like water docks.
Yeah.
There are no windows on it. It is all, let me try to think, what are fantasy materials? Like stone? I guess it would be a stone warehouse.
Sure.
Yeah, stone warehouse. No windows.
That looks like a warehouse.
Nothing looks like...
Yeah, it's like on the lake, right on the edge.
No like supplies left sitting around that looks like somebody might have been using them.
It is perfectly quiet and tidy.
Yeah, I want to knock on it. Knock on the door.
So you walk along the river onto the pier around the warehouse, and you knock on one of the doors, and there is no answer.
Is it locked, V?
I grab the handle and turn it.
It's locked.
It's locked.
There's a giant padlock hanging off of it.
There's a giant padlock here.
Use your bow and knock it off.
The door looks like it's in pretty good shape.
So at this point, yeah, it does.
All right, I was going to say,
it's a little weathered.
Something...
Like, it's probably a few years old. It's a little weathered, but nothing is ancient.
Like, it doesn't look like something we could kick down.
It would be hard to kick down, but I mean, it is, it's a wood door with iron beams.
Friar Ruck, you think you can take down this door?
Are there windows?
Nope.
No windows.
No windows.
No windows. I already asked that. That's what I was like.
There are some very large kind of dock-style doors, too, and those have giant padlocks at the bottom.
Why do these have locks on them? It's so weird. Is there a nearby stone? I go pick up a stone and beat the padlock on the door.
Make a strength check with a very high DC.
Come on, man. This isn't going to happen.
Yeah, right. You and strength checks. Yeah.
My strength check.
And also at this point, I imagine the kids are just kind of like hanging out by the carriages near the warehouse, but not with you guys.
If he's starting to make noise, I'm taking the kids someplace safe.
All right. And I'm ready to... Did you
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, you just bash it, and it doesn't really... it doesn't really matter.
So I'm going to go ahead and use another of my attuned items. I'm going to kind of twist the ring on my finger and kind of like wind up, like take my arm and like, move it in a circular motion, and then try and punch the lock.
You're going to try and punch the lock, but how and what are you doing?
With a ring. I've got a ring of the ram.
Oh, okay.
So this ring has 3 charges, and it regains 1d3 expended charges at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to spend all 3 to make an attack on a creature. Alternatively, you can expend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action to try to break an object that you can see within 60 feet of you. The ring makes a strength check with +5 for each charge.
Okay, so a +15 roll.
This is a +15.
Nice.
And when this thing explodes open, I'm just going to say, Well done.
So 8 plus my strength modifier is 4 is 12 plus 15, 27.
Oh, yeah. You bust that thing right open.
Well done.
And you walk through the front door. There's no one inside. And it's not even that full of a warehouse, but there are just a bunch of wooden crates. And there is another room, like some sort of office room that has a smaller lock on it. And it seems dry in here. It seems like it's, it's kept kept enough. It's a little dusty. Like, clearly it's not in daily use or anything.
Can you open the crate? Like, do we have to pry them open? Or
Sure, yeah. You guys can find something to pry it open with around here. There would be crowbars and things and tools to do that.
I grab a crowbar and I'll try and pry it open.
So you open eventually after like 20 strength checks. You eventually
I'll get it eventually, fellas. Give me this one.
Pry open a box. You remember those planar gems that we saw at the beginning of the story?
Yeah.
There are several of those and a pile of hay kind of falling out of the box after you pry it open.
They're just leaving these things around?
They're just leaving these things around.
Oh, boy.
Didn't they do something sweet? I totally forget.
So they were kind of the fuel for the engine that got rid of all the monsters.
This
I thought you said that they had something else they could do.
Well, they make you they're very trippy. Like when you cast a spell magic on them, you guys kind of got sucked into them for a second.
Friar, I think we might have a way of dealing with these monsters and putting things back to the way they were.
You pry open another box. It's a lot of like arcane engine parts. Like there are magical devices that you have no clue how they work. There are gears and there are belts. And a lot of them actually seem like they're carved out of these planar pieces, out of these planar gems themselves, or at least lined with them, or maybe it's a gear and there's one of those planar gems in the middle of the gear, or some sort of spinny part that has all kinds of weird spinny parts and twisty parts and wiring and heavy cables and copper wires and pipes, and a lot of them have planar, either like planar gems or some sort of dust that looks like it was made out of planar gems.
I wonder what's in the office. Reid would go to the office. Locked door?
Yes.
Be like, never mind, it's locked, and he'll walk away.
I'll check the office, unless you want to bust it open.
No, it just seems like maybe this was originally where they were going to make the machine, but
and these might be the parts, and blueprints will be in the office.
I mean, I don't know how it would help us though. We have no way to make anything, or none of us are smart enough to do any of this. So, bummer.
Louise, maybe.
There's going to be books in the office that tells us how to do it.
Go for it. Open up the office then.
Reid walked away.
No. Okay.
I will attempt to open the office with my handy crowbar that I found. I will pry at the lock.
Make a strength check.
7.
Plus nothing?
Plus nothing.
Yeah, you try to pry at it, but it seems like this is really, really well-made stuff here. Clearly the people that put this together knew what they were doing.
I guess I'll try with a strength check as well. 15.
You barely pop it open.
I think I loosened it for you.
And you open the door. Right after you open it, you kind of smell the faint smell of like charred wood. Everything in the room looks like it was at some point just lit on fire. Okay. And because it's all a stone, the office is all a stone thing with the door there. Mm-hmm. And it looks like it looks like a bunch of bookshelves and some desks and stuff. And it looks like someone just like poured gasoline on everything and just lit it and just torched all of these documents and books and papers and things.
Recently?
No, a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Louise
just a
said-
torched room.
Louise said that they destroyed all the technology and blueprints and paperwork to be able to build that planar engine, and this must be where they destroyed it at.
I'm going to do an investigation check there to see if I can find anything useful. 14.
So you find like the binding of a book, and it is just almost like an engineering, like an arcana engineering textbook.
Well, do we want to sleep in here, I guess?
Yeah, just bring the children in here and we'll rest in here. Is there any other doors besides the front door?
There are like 3 dock doors. There's the front door, and there's also a back door.
Okay, just making sure we have an exit.
The only one that can open is the one that you guys broke open in the front. You'd have to bust through another door to get out.
Yeah. We're fine.
We want to rest here till daylight?
Yeah, that's my plan.
All right. I'll sleep with my back on the door. Put everyone inside, close the door, and sleep with my back against it. Do we want to barricade the door?
You want to sleep outside the building?
No, like inside the building. But
Inside.
So that way the door moves, I'll wake up.
What do you think of these gems here? Should we take them with us?
I don't think they're useful outside of the island, so I don't know.
And also, some of them are huge. Remember, these things can be up to 6 feet tall. So some of those gems that fell out were huge. Some of them are smaller that are like placed inside the machinery itself.
Yeah.
So you can probably pocket some if you want to take some with you. But otherwise, some of them are very large. And if you do that, you might want to do it out of the sight of Louise, Yort, and Morticia, who are like kind of fascinated by all of this as they're moving the children in and they're seeing this, they're like, this must be where they put some of the parts and disassembled things and kept some of the remnants.
What are they called again?
Planar gems?
Planar gems?
Yeah, planar gems.
All right, yeah, I'll try and sneak some.
I wasn't even going to sneak. I was just going to tell them, like, hey, I'm going to take some of these in case we need them further on down the road. I doubt that this was the only engine built. I just have
I bet it was, but I'm going to take some anyways. I don't care.
Yeah.
Sure.
I was like, this place is going to hell anyways. Like,
Louise, can we do anything with these? Do you feel that would be useful for escaping a creature down the road? Can you do that trippy thing again and cast that on a dragon to make the dragon disoriented?
She says, that was my grandfather was the engineer. I've just been a historian and a documentarian. So no, that was a no from her. She's like, I don't know, hell if I know.
I'm going to take some gems too. Or is there only enough for one of us to take them?
Oh no, there's plenty for you'd have to kind of break some off of the mechanical parts. But you can do that slyly or at some point. There's a lot of crates in here.
Yeah.
And you guys open like 3 or 4, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Definitely going to take some.
Do we want to set up watch?
Yort volunteers to take a shift.
Thanks, Yort. And I slap him on the back.
That guy's going to fall asleep.
Pooping. He's going to go take a poop.
So you guys decide to crash inside this warehouse for the evening. You get all the kids in there. I don't know if you guys, as far as food goes, you guys did not bring anything. So I imagine there are a lot of very hungry people and a lot of very hungry, whiny kids. Right. I don't know if anyone wants to or is able to, go fishing or something or cast a spell to feed people.
If Chuck wants to go hunting for us.
Without a bow.
I know. Just run really fast and tackle a deer.
No one's going to die yet.
Can I go and forage something in the area?
Sure.
Like berries or
survival
something like
skill?
that. Yeah,
make a survival check.
Reid wants to help out.
Yeah. Do you have anything that inspires him to do better?
I want to because he's horrible at rolling. If it was a strength check to find this foraging, he would definitely need it.
Yeah.
Chuck, I'm with you, and I'm encouraging him. Like, you're doing a great job. That was a smooth move that you did, hanging on the back of that cart to distract that big old weird looking dragon with the small arms. You did a great job. You're going to do a great job foraging.
Trying to find it. I could have sworn that whenever I forage something, I grab double. This might be in mine. It says Natural Explorer. It says when I forage, I find twice as much food as I normally would.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's just in forests.
You guys, there are some mountains and grassy fields around you. Do you guys have any like weapons to kill small game?
I have a sword, short sword.
We'll say
I can do some vicious mockery on some game here.
We'll say you guys grab some some lizards and wild onions, and maybe some berries from some bushes.
Oh, we don't have to roll?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
So, while you guys are out there, you guys find a few things, and you're kind of able to keep people at least satisfied for a bit with the lizards that you hope aren't poisonous. They seem fine to you. You're not going to kill anyone with the food. And who is the last person to be on watch overnight?
Friar Ruck's a little older. He's probably tired, so he probably volunteered to sleep first.
I'll do it. I
Old
barely
people wake
sleep
up early.
anyways. I just do that trans thing, so I'll do it.
Where are you on watch at? Are you on the pier? Are you on top of the building? Are you just hanging out by the front door?
If I have access to the top of the building, I'd go up there.
You can climb up
and
there.
I'd kind of find something to kind of, hide myself. Maybe I'll just try my best to blend in with it, with Mask of the Wild.
Friar Ruck makes sure that none of the boys are sleeping on one side of the room and the girls are sleeping on the other.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good call.
None of that monkey business.
Hands to yourself, kids.
Right. Yeah.
This is the end of the world.
The sun is starting to peek out of the mountains to your east. The brilliant gold sun is shining over you, and you're just kind of breathing in that cool morning air. The sun, it gets blocked by something moving towards you that is very, very large and very, very winged, and very quickly landing down on the roof of the warehouse is a silver dragon. Good morning. Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. I'm truly honored you spent time with us in your ears. We are Crit Sandwich on Facebook, at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on iTunes to help others find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game world chart, hit us up on social media or email us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.